baby. Engage your flames. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Let me levitate into your dreams. I will make love so cosmically. Take off my flesh, you don't need the rest. I'm a man who's the best, so take your guess. Is it me? The purple man. Jesus was the purple man, living in a desert, purple land. Snake bite to the head, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Next slide, Chewy. I just sweep all the leftover Greek that they're too afraid to sneak a peek. No, I ain't monetized, so look into my eyes. The truth never dies, the Medea is the real Christ. I got fired for all my lies and sexual assault. It's not my fault. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. No, goddammit, no. Do you understand? All these sexy guardians are engaging my flights. The standard translations are just a mistake. God is in hedonism and perversion, not the saints. Scholars in the back alley taking the bait. Pants around their ankles, I'm the one no one can debate. Jesus was the purple man, snake bite to the hand. Died because he missed the gland. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. This blind's waiting on hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Wait, no, stop, I didn't attack those girls, baby. No, I didn't become a janitor to be closer to impressionable young women. I'm a classicist. Yeah, the assault was all made up because they don't want you to know the truth about the 30,000 Christ Jews. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man.
Warning, we are not responsible for any booty shaking, titty licking, drinking, cheating, or any other irresponsible actions you're about to watch.
People think I'm gay. Let's boogie. Dr. Till is a racist.
Are you living somewhere you rent?
You know how tight a virgin black ass is?
Yeah.
You can't act black.
This lady right here, she's black. But really,
wearing
it's
a
a CIA mask.
CIA
She's
mask.
doing CIA
Yeah.
blackface.
Ministry of Duds.
Subtitles.
Turns out, the Westboro Baptist Church was right all along. Jesus is a guy who walked around with 12 children.
So let me get to the real. I think I'm the dumbest person in the world.
The path of a lesbian is truly a hard and lonely one.
This guy actually believes he's boiling people and roasting people on the internet.
Kyle back!
High speed.
Welcome back, Kyle. Welcome back. Welcome back to Mission, everybody. Hit that like button on your way and share this link on all your favorite social media. Hell, go right in a fucking bathroom stall. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, the best way to help support the show is by clicking that link down in the description and going to streamlabs.com/MissionDude. Buy me a coffee. Or directly right there on Rumble, because fuck YouTube, they're gonna goddamn fucking our real channel. subscribe, please. Please tell all your friends. We need the subscribers. It's like a bloodbath over here. It's going, guys. Kyle. Also, while you were gone, guess what? Johnny sent me something. You're gonna love it. I feel like we've talked about this movie before, but I don't know if we have. I know Ken hates it. I love this movie. Remember the movie Mandy? Oh yeah, the crowd loves it. This film?
That Nicolas Cage with katanas? Japanese swords?
That's the other one that I have. This one's the one where he watches his wife burn to death in a sleeping bag, and then he goes on a drug-fueled murder rampage that ends with a chainsaw fight and him squishing a guy's head with his bare hands.
Did you spoil the whole movie?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. Kyle, you see this movie, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it really is the whole movie, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those movies where the experience is really the point, like the story.
The ride.
Yeah, the story is
It's all about
less
the ride.
about what's actually happening and more about like how
How is it
fucking
happening?
drugged up it makes you feel, how like like off your rocker it makes you feel. So some of the bad guys in this movie, Kyle, they mix methamphetamines and acid together and they drink it in like a big gloop. And they just do that all the time. So they're crazy.
Oh yeah.
They dress like the bad guys from Silent Hill, and like nails coming out of their face. They got like saran wrap all over the
Oh.
body.
Oh yeah, somebody said the fucking Cenobite bikers.
Yeah, that's exactly what. That's a good explanation for them.
Oh, the classic Silent Hill guy is the pyramid head.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got very
yeah,
unique designs, like a whole like metal pyramid.
it's like that kind of like aesthetic. Like it would, if they took these bikers and put them into like the Silent Hill world, you'd be like, you would even notice like a difference. Like, oh, they got new guys. Like it wouldn't be anything like out of like the way. And it's like one of those movies that's very dramatic with its color choices, which is I love. So it's a great fucking
Alright.
movie, and it's gonna go on the wheel. Now, if I have 3 more Nicolas Cage movies, we're gonna start our very own Nicolas Cage wheel, right? Sub wheels. Then, when we have multiple wheels, we're gonna have to have a wheel for the wheels to spin the wheels, and then I'm gonna have a wheel that's all movie collections on single discs. So
Can I ask you something?
we'll have
Can I
5.
ask you
Hold
something?
on, Kyle. This is important. We'll have 5 movie DVDs that are movie collections of like 3 to 4 movies, and so then we'll spin those for that, and then we'll spin for what's on the disc. It only take about 4 hours for all the spinning. What was your question, Kyle?
I'd rather play Russian roulette. Like,
Hey, there's actually a lot of good movies on this wheel. What are you talking about?
anyway.
It's not all bad movies. Just not
Let
all
me
good
ask you
movies.
something. I noticed. I don't want to be an asshole, but are you still using your cigarette box? Like a bundle of sticks? Look at this, guys. This was like a year ago. And I get a fed. You know? You buy a new thing. I would do like, oh, cool. It's a new thing. And you get your fucking pack. And you take all the cigarettes out of it. And you put on your little thing. And you're like, oh, that's cool. But then after a couple weeks, you're like, okay, I get it. I'm not gonna
Actually,
go
it
through all
fits in
that
my
trouble
pocket much
with every
smoother.
pack. I'm not gonna go through all that trouble with every cigarette pack a year later.
Kyle, that's what Hal's for. I make
Oh
her
yeah,
do
sure.
it.
How's packing your cigarettes in a fucking metal box?
I throw something at her and say, if you
Fucking
love me, you'll do
90s.
this.
Yeah.
So you're a crazy
Oh,
motherfucker.
you use emotional blackmail. I
Kyle.
gotcha.
Clearly, it's been a
Crazy
long time since you've been in a
motherfucker.
relationship. I just tell her I don't love her unless she puts my cigarettes in my...
It's
Oh,
She
smart.
does.
That easy. God
Yeah.
damn, I gotta get me a,
Yeah.
a
You gotta,
girlfriend.
be able to throw that dick game
Yeah.
down.
Damn.
What? Why are you all looking at me like that? What?
It's a look of disgust, by the way.
What look of disgust?
My God, I gotta do my beard, dude. I look like fucking a homeless person. Is Semper still with the scruffy
Dying?
beard? I
Yes.
always feel like
Oh, what?
Semper.
Yeah,
I
he's
always
still.
feel like Semper.
He trimmed it up once because he got a girlfriend.
And she lost her?
He
He lost her?
I don't remember if I can say who it is on air, so I'm not gonna blow up a
Oh,
spot.
that's right. Right. Kyle's all messed up.
Here, I'll put it in the show chat. Okay.
I don't want to see his girlfriend. Why are you doxing him? I'm just kidding.
There. I put it in the show chat. Now you understand why I don't want to say it necessarily out loud. I don't want him to get in trouble. Although, you know, fuck him.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's, you know, that's life.
Yeah, that's life. Old
It's
man.
So I want to show you something very interesting, very persuasive.
Oh God, what is it? Oh,
Oh,
every time you bring something to the show, it's just bogs everything.
It's good. We should inspire our advertisement on this.
Oh, fish tank.
You're gonna like it. And it's very flashbacky too, like 90s.
Good. I'm into it. Hold on, gotta get sound.
I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far.
Don't forget the audience.
I remember this song.
I mean, what does the audience do? They just like there.
I used to watch real TV. I used to have friends, they looked up to me. Then I got hooked on crack, lost my job.
Hi, Johnny.
I went to rehab. All my time was free, so I started watching online streams. So now I've got to see which website is right for me. I went on the internet.
The internet.
And saw a picture of Lil May Jock. Sent a TTS, called everybody. Trolling and texting, watching people sleeping all night. Fish Tank Life brought me into an inclusive community. Say for free at fishtank.live. Say for free at fishtank.live.
You could say it in
I wanna go there.
2007. You can say it on Fish Tank.
I do like it.
Log on now to Billy Innocent People for free at www.fishtank.live.
There you
Yeah. Their ad game
that's
this
a
season
solid, yeah, it's a solid ad.
on point.
I remember that ad too from that was on TV as a kid.
Yeah. That's very 90s, like educational, like feel goody stuff. Hey, it's a good motto. If you could say it on 2007, you can say it on on the website.
Kyle, so this is what I was talking
Alright.
about before the show. So, working on something. Remember the things we were talking about last week about things I would want from AI in filmmaking, right? Well, you know the guy who did Pi, Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain,
American Pie?
no, not American Pie, the math one where the guy goes crazy over numbers. It's like, the numbers!
23?
The numbers! It's like the black and white one that's all they got the weird like close-ups. Well, director Darren Aronofsky is actually working on something with AI, and I wanted to get your reaction to this, Kyle.
That looked crazy and was maybe distracting, but it helped to frame the shots and get the DP to know where to point the camera.
So these aren't usually what you see when you see like the little wipes like that is what you call visual effects passes. They're like showing you the different layers of like the work they're doing.
Yeah.
But
Explain
in
that
this,
to the audience.
do what?
Explain it to the audience.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
For folks at home.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing, Kyle.
Yes. By the way, she got a black baby. That's the VFX. Got a black
No,
baby?
it's just hair. It's just the hair. But
Look,
what
with
he's
one-
showing,
quick
is
prompt.
you could see.
baby's black.
Let's see. So they filmed it with no baby, and then they put in a CGI baby, right? And then they ran the CGI through AI, and then the AI corrected the shot to make the baby have contact and like shadows with the mom, and like her body actually reacts to its body. Like stuff like that is where like AI could actually be very useful and it not take away from anybody's jobs. Just makes everybody's life a lot easier and it makes the product look much better in the end.
Also, less babies on set.
Mm-hmm.
That's just good for everybody except
you
for
can't trust babies around the
bad
Hollywood
people.
types. You just can't. Less babies you have around the Hollywood people, the better. So AI gets 2 thumbs up from us here.
We're gonna be getting a lot less messed up TV stars. I'll tell you that much.
Too big and blocking her. So I guess what you're seeing here is sort of a mix of the AI tool generated the baby, which right out of the box looked crazy real with the hair and all that, you know, the way that Audrey's body sort of moving as she breathes and laughs.
Wish they'd play more than like 6 seconds.
Like really hard and would be painstaking to do that.
Wow, thanks, guy. Nobody else wanted to hear what the guy was saying. I'm just gonna roll my phone down. I don't care anymore. Fucking asshole. But I was wrong. I thought they generated the baby. The baby was AI, and then they ran it through AI again to correct everything. That's where you want that, right? That's where you want that tool.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying, Kyle, is why can't we use that to make a cat?
Sure. Wherever they make it available.
Available. Kyle, we got to make it ourselves. See, what I'm thinking is we use ChatGPT and Blender, and we do some work that way. We use the ChatGPT to like make programs for Blender. You know, write code for us and shit. Telling you, me and you, we can do this. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. This could all be a real thing, Kyle.
I don't know why you're looking for this newfangled animated cat when there's already 2 Garfield movies. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We've already hit peak perfection.
John, we'll
talk about Dunning-Kruger. Last year, Dunning-Kruger. So I actually did
We'll talk about what?
We'll talk later.
Architectural rendering.
Okay.
I'm talking. Last year, I actually had to do an architectural rendering. And then it was an outside shot of a parking lot. And I'm like, I'm not gonna put.
Is that why your computer burned out?
I'm not gonna put car by car by hand and then randomize the car and the positions and yada yada. So I went to ChatGPT to write up because Blender only accepts well, only. There's a couple.
Honestly, I
but
figured you'd already been doing this. Like when I sent you that video, I was like, he's already been doing this.
Open is Python scripting. So Blender takes some Python scripting. You can just Blender's open source unless you want to go to the fucking source of it. But then that's completely crazy. But like, so I tried. I was able to have ChatGPT write a script where I could place the first car. And then I could define the distance to the next parking lot, and then it would just extrapolate from that and do like, that this row is like 8 parking spaces, and it would like put some cars front to back to front, different colors. It would randomly skip some of the things.
Yeah,
this is a very simple script. I had to fucking put the knee on the fucking. On ChatGPT's neck. Like, it took a while, and ChatGPT is dumb as fuck. I'll tell you what.
Of course, it's a fucking machine.
No,
it's dumb as fuck.
They're terrible at coding, I hear.
Hallucinating half of the code, but then I at least understood enough that I'm like, okay, I see what it's doing. Let me figure this out. And like, I used the skeleton it made, but then I corrected it because by the time the script has like, I don't know, 200 lines, it can't remember the beginning of the script. At the end of the script, it's just retarded.
Well, I'm sure
that was my experience.
Anyways, we'll talk more after the show because this is very possible, even without fucking ChatGPT. Fucking difficult.
But you mean it's possible to make the tool that the guy's making, or to use the tool that he's making to do the things like he's doing?
Well, like it's more of like a question of what tools do we actually need? Because like in my mind, I would like if you're my example
why
of
do you
making
want
a.
to make? Did you give up on that totally not the Mies that you script that you had? That was totally not
No,
the
I didn't
Mies?
give up on that. That one's just.
Guys
that one's
knew
good.
till had a movie about a fog.
Yeah.
Which was totally
Oh.
not the Mies.
Wasn't a fog. But it had
It was the
nothing to do
fog.
with the
It
fog.
wasn't the Mies.
I think your
you
accent
didn't-
is
you
making
didn't
you say
read
the
it
wrong
then.
word.
You
I
didn't
know,
read it. You
sorry,
thought it was about a fog.
It was the smoke.
Oh, the smoke.
There was smoke.
An evil
Being an
smoke.
asshole.
I know you're being an
It wasn't
asshole.
smoke, guys. It wasn't the fog.
No, I want
Other
to talk to you after the show, Kyle, because I got something even better. I like that idea. I'm gonna keep working on it, but this other idea is way better, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Alright, bro.
All right. Anyways, you guys want to watch some videos?
No. Actually, I.
Well, fine.
No.
Fuck you,
Let's
John.
skip
Let's
fucking
just
around.
do nothing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what's your ideas? What other ideas you have?
What other ideas I have? I don't want to talk about them on the
Yeah.
air.
I don't know. You the weed guy. Hey, guys, let's just make a movie, guy.
Oh, cool, Dr. Doom.
I'm just being an asshole.
Dabble version.
I know, Kyle.
Bullshit.
That's why I'm ignoring you.
But I see where it could be fun.
What is it like for you as my
Oh, this
to know
this
that
trans lady.
Yeah. This guy that
Dude,
likes to show the
he's-
people's gay porn collection.
Oof. His hair straightening game is it's going downhill. Like it's
Well, like you,
know-
Kyle,
you know-
he's just given up.
you know what it's when it's badly done and it like looks like fucking grass.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Straws. Like, bro, get some cream on that shit. Go to
Nacho says it's a
fucking
wig.
Hair salon.
I'm, this.
It's bewildering.
Yeah.
He's on the phone with his father, by the way. This is
Which
I'm
is on
assuming
the upper floor. We all know.
probably no. He has like
It's on the
a
upper
wife
floor.
and children that he lives with.
In his parents' house. He never left.
Well, I mean, does his parents own his house, or does he live in the same house with his? If his parents have
Yes,
enough room
his
for all these people,
parents-
why wouldn't they just buy another house and move him out, or leave him there and you move into the new house? You know.
By the way, I don't even know if he has actually a wife and kids. Like he once posted a picture of some like sex traffic. Oh, holy shit, I'm dozing off. Sex
my God,
trafficked
you're gone.
Asian.
I mean, he does seem to spend a lot of time on the internet, and unless his wife just hates his guts, I don't understand why she would let him be that.
He does.
On the internet
He
that
just
much.
lies. He lives with his mom in the same basement he always lived in. And then years ago, he had an Asian dumbass girlfriend that he posted a picture, and then people believe he has a wife and kids.
Well,
Anyway.
who cares? Doesn't really matter either way.
Nice. You ever see a black guy react to stuff on YouTube?
I hate it. It's sick.
It's sickening. Oh no.
I mean, they're all the same. They all do the same crap.
Yeah, well, their move is to just go, okay, okay,
It
and
sounds
that's
right
it.
about
they don't really
that.
have any sort of
I watch a
strong
lot
opinion.
of black guys react to
I mean,
videos.
I will give him that. It's
I've
pretty accurate.
Seen it.
Okay.
I,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. It's pretty accurate.
I've seen it before. You know,
Knowing
kind of
anything either way. They're just stealing
Forgot the word.
content.
guilty pleasure.
That's pretty cool
There you
though.
go.
But you watch what, hundreds of thousands of hours of that, or no?
Of Fox News?
No, of black guys reacting to nonsense.
Well, I actually been watching. I can't pronounce his name. Anthony something or other. I guess he's a comedian, but he's basically.
Anthony
I don't want to say
Jeselnik.
race.
No.
Yes.
No, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
it's more It's worse for Jesse, who he's actually talking about.
There's a
Who's the Anthony that Jesse Awful hates?
there's a clue. He's about to say a clue.
He says, but that's what it boils down to.
Nice. Yeah.
He's
that sounds pretty
racist.
cool.
He's racist.
a guy recommending Anthony Cumia. I can't pronounce his name. He's racist. Love listening to that man. Love
Pretty funny. Pretty funny.
You would like Pod Awful. You should just watch.
Why would you ever tell your dad to watch your show? I love my dad. I would never tell my dad to watch my show.
Watch Pod Awful then at that point. If that's all you're looking for. You just need a baseline.
I mean, I just happened to see him
Anthony.
a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I was watching that girl.
Wait, not Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit. What's up?
Oh, Dad, they're gonna clip.
I felt that. That felt real. I feel like he's trying to play it off like he's kidding. That felt real. No!
This. Oh no, Dad. I mean, at least this proves my theory that it's all for boomers. You're part of the Dabbleverse.
Of course.
You're part of the Dabbleverse. You don't even know it.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my gosh, you're watching Anthony Cumia.
I've only watched a few of them.
That's a guy I make fun of on the show.
Wow.
Did you know I've met Anthony Cumia?
Spell his last name.
Cumia.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. I've been to his studio.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You see, his dad also does. He's got no idea who this Cumia guy is.
Well, that's not even the saddest part. The saddest part is Jesse's about to try and look cool to his dad by like being like, "Oh, my best friend used to work for them." Like this is some sad shit. Like, why would you? This is weird.
Oh, I met him.
Is he a racist?
Oh yeah, yeah. He got he had a show called Opie and Anthony on the you remember radios, Victrolas, and all that stuff you guys used to listen to. And back in the 1900s or whenever they had radio, he was on it, and then they kicked him off because he called a black lady an animal or something like that. I don't really know the story, but yeah, something like that.
Well, I do know the story. It's he was filming a black. There's this really fat black woman, and Anthony decided to follow her and film her, and he was like, "Look at this! Look like she was a zoo animal." And eventually, she noticed, and everyone was like, "You can't follow a woman around like she's a zoo animal."
No. I remember when all that shit happened. Like when he got fired. Like he was walking around. He walks around New York early in the mornings and takes pictures, or he did at the time. And he was taking pictures, and this chick was like off in the distance in a picture he took, and she noticed him and came over and started basically demanding money for like being in his picture, or like, and then she got like really aggressive with it, and then he went on Twitter and was calling her like a fucking sloppy animal and shit. Like went on like these 25
Yeah,
like
I
long
didn't
tweet
remember
rants.
in that detail, but I for sure knew she was making a scene.
Kyle,
Wasn't
I
just, like,
remember all
him-
detail because I have a nice.
No,
little...
I'm agreeing with you. Like, it wasn't like Johnny said
broke
that
it,
he
you
was
bought
just
it.
like, "Oh, let me film this random woman in the street."
You had one. You had a cigarette holder.
See you, silly Billy.
I mean, there's only a couple.
I mean,
Okay.
let's be honest. Sirius XM was looking for any excuse to fire Anthony Cumia. They were looking for any excuse,
Probably.
and him getting in that fight with that black woman was the reason.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably.
I'll set you straight on all this. You've been watching too much Fox News, you know.
Well, I don't know what you're listening to.
Well, not Anthony Cumia, I'll tell you that much.
He listens to Mersh.
You watch Stuttering John? You should tune into him.
I think I told you that day. what is his name?
I don't know.
At TV Maxwell.
I don't know what that is now.
The guy does little short.
Oh, he's on censored TV.
Short stories.
Yeah, he's watching Gavin McInnes.
Yeah.
That's
what's
like
going
Pod
on.
Awful's like biggest enemy. He's Gavin McInnes.
Yes, Jesse already like, oh, I know, I better not.
This was the worst Father's Day ever
Yeah.
for Jesse.
I have no idea who this Max Maxwell guy, but it just all of a sudden, wait a minute. I've seen that somewhere.
Well, he starts saying it like in a minute. He's like saying something about like, oh, the guy that's on there with the Anthony guy. A lot of times is funny. You know, the guy with the beard. He's talking about Gavin McInnes.
Whatever you want to call
Okay.
it. But they're all from like 10 years ago, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'll check. All right, I'll check that out. You check out Kevin Brennan on Misery Loves Company.
Why are you sending your dad to shit?
Yeah, you'll know him. He's got a massive head wound, and he's always like, "What? Huh? What do you mean your dad should watch me? What's a dad?"
Jesse, are you seriously running bits on your dad during your Happy Father's Day call? That's sad.
Oh, was this on Father's Day?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, this is the worst Father's Day ever for Jesse. Find out his dad's an Anthony Cumia and a Gavin McInnes fan.
Oh my god.
Imagine they see this and they decide to do a fuck Jesse episode just so Jesse's dad sees it.
That would be fucking hilarious.
And then Jesse's dad calls him and is like, Jesse, I watched Gavin and Anthony.
He said
What's
you're
his name?
he said you're an inward F slur.
They do greatest hits. Gavin plays the clip of like when Jesse drove all the way to DC and was on his show for like 30 seconds, and Gavin was like, "Okay, cool, bye."
Yeah.
Remember when he drove like fucking 6 hours to DC?
Yes.
To be like 30 seconds on Gavin's show.
What's Father's
Son, I had
Day?
no
huh?
idea you were a queer until Anthony and Gavin.
I think he might have had an idea. Something tells me.
Huh? You'll recognize it. You ever send a super chat to a guy? Oh, you're
super
gonna love
chat.
it. You get
You
to
call
get a
me
guy
gay,
to say
son?
whatever you want
That's-
for $5.
That's grounds for fighting.
He's trying to teach his dad how to be a troll.
And then his dad just gives Anthony Cumia $100.
Yeah, it just says thanks for being awesome or something. Dad, why are you
Well, I
making me
like
look
him.
bad in front of my enemies?
You send a guy $5 to $20 to $100, and then he says your words back to you. It's like the TV's talking to you. It's really cool. And that's how you scam these stupid
He's gonna
dummies.
send like $100 to Anthony Cumia, like, "Oh, hey, I'm a big fan, and you know,
Perhaps you know my son, Jesse.
Yeah, my son loves you, Jesse.
He's from that show, Podcast Terrible. I guess Dad can't even remember the name of it. Pod something. It just says pod something.
It's the awful podcast, I think.
It's terrible. I can't listen more than 5 seconds of it. My son's the worst at this.
He's talking about some shit who drinks and likes cats and stuff, and it's like, I don't get it.
Dude, what if his dad started sending like donos asking Anthony Cumia for advice for his son in podcasting?
Oh my god.
Fix my son. He's kind of gay. He won't get out of my basement.
He's been doing this
Does a
podcast
little
thing for
thing
like
on
10
the
years,
internet.
and he's really made it nowhere in life.
Yeah, I still gotta pay the bills.
Down, Kevin.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're gonna love it. He used to be on Anthony Cumia's network.
Well, sometimes he has a guy with him.
Well, that's probably not this guy now, but yeah, I don't know who's Cumia have with him sometimes. I'm not.
Gavin.
Sure.
It's the only person yet.
I can't
Or Jim Norton
knows?
on his radio show.
remember his name. He got a big beard and all.
Big beard.
He's got a big beard.
knows it's Gavin. He
Misfit
knows.
Patriot.
Misfit Patriot? What?
Wait, you never heard of Steel Toe, have you?
Oh God.
Steel Toe morning show. Aaron Imholt.
Hey,
I
Imagine if
love that
Anthony
guy.
Cumia
Fucked his wife.
No, but I heard
love
that Nick Ricada
lovely
guy's pretty
couple.
cool.
They're a lovely couple. I saw their old shows.
had none of the money.
I'm thinking about
Just
visiting
$0,
Minnesota. Go to
you
that
know?
bar. What's the name of the bar?
Stonies, I think.
I'm gonna go to
Stoney's.
Wanna go to Stonies, Jesse?
Come to Stonies with your old man, and we'll fuck Aaron's wife.
Let's go to Stonies.
He's doing that all the time. Anthony Cumia is on the radio too, so if you want to pull out your radio, you can listen to him on there as well.
Hey, Jesse, me and your
Yeah,
mom, we met this
Knock a
guy,
layer of dust off
Nick
of
Rocada.
Dad, no, no, don't say it. We went down to the
bars.
You know, they have these really cool
some-
clubs they like to go to.
Yeah, they said they're gonna take us to some cool bars, son.
I watched your mom get fucked by 5 dudes.
Dad, do not let Nick Ricada fuck my mom, please. Dad, this one thing.
Well, he was
do
the
not
first
let
one.
Nick Ricada fuck my mom.
She fucked her, son.
Well, he had
Look,
2
son,
wives
we
to give
already
me.
did
So.
our work. We raised you. We gotta have some fun. No, just late in life.
that. Do one of those moves.
There you go, Examiner.
Yep. Radio's obsolete.
So is TV. You know what? I'm thinking about becoming a. Gavin.
Trans.
Wait, you're talking about Gavin?
Huh?
The guy that's on with Cumia is Gavin McInnes.
Yeah, I think that's.
Dad, I've talked to you about him before. I was like, do you know? I think we probably talked about this on an episode of the show before. Where I was like, I was on his show.
Dad, I was on that thing you like. Dad, I'm cool too.
He totally
Yeah, I'm
doesn't.
cool by proxy.
Didn't make me look a fool.
This is so fucking sad.
That's so funny.
Like multiple times. My best friend worked.
The only way I could make my dad think I was cool by like person I met is if I was like, "Hey, Dad, I worked with John Wayne. They resurrected him with modern technology, and I got to work with them."
No, for real, dude. Like Cumia and Gavin, they're doing a show. They don't do super chats, but they all like old radio heads. They do call-ins. Imagine Jess's dad calls in.
Jess's dad
My
totally
son
should
just
call
talked
in.
about you, Gavin. My son says he's a
He
friend.
says y'all are
He
best
was in your
friends.
for him until a couple months ago. He was like his right-hand guy. Like if you've ever watched Cumia and Gavin and they're talking to a guy off screen,
Dad, that's my friend. Dad, they're talking to my friend. Dad, they're talking to my friend.
I was on that guy's show. Also, the
For
other
15
the other
seconds,
guy
Dad. 15
groomed a
whole
16-year-old.
seconds.
This is literally, Mom, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Right? This
Yeah,
is
that is
literally
absolutely,
his like,
yeah.
Mom, I'm on TV.
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely.
Like, he's
I mean,
gonna
you know
make
what?
his dad so
It's kind
proud.
of sweet because it shows that Jesse's not all like a fucking, soulless prick. He still wants the approval of his father. And you know what? That's kind of sweet. That's kind of sweet,
I
No,
guess.
Kyle, that's
But, like,
sweet.
It is part of his whole retardation that he seeks approval.
And that's why he tries to get Mercer's approval. This fucking guy.
and you hear a little guy's voice. They've got a guy in a booth kind of guy. That was my guy.
My guy. Dude, he's trying to look so important for his dad.
I can't do any more of that.
Yeah.
That was my guy. Dad, I'm cool. Dad, look at me. Look at me. Look how cool I am, Dad. I'm
Yeah,
so
I
cool.
was with a guy that used to be on the radio. I wasn't on the radio, but I was
Dad,
with the
I
guy
was on
that
a
used
show
to
of a
be on the
guy
radio.
you like. Dad, I was on a thing you like. Like me too, Dad. Like me too.
He posted it. He
Yeah,
well,
yeah, he
that-
posted it.
posting his else. Holy
I
shit.
think it was on YouTube. He's on YouTube now. He's not
Yeah.
just behind the
Yeah,
paywall.
He always was.
Alyssa
Yeah.
Clips.
So
But
he
posted
just-
that
like
one, I
his
believe.
channel is
Or that was
so
Doom.
blacklisted that it's kind of crazy how he's able to stay on YouTube and be so deep into the algorithm. But he always been on YouTube.
Oh, you
Not
know
his whole
what?
show. Yes, he does the paywall, but clips and
Yeah.
all of that. He's always been.
Kyle, I already have a vision for the thumbnail for that clip. It's just gonna be a sad-looking Jesse. Maybe I'll get AI to make him look all sad and cry. Then I'll just say, "I just want the approval of my father." Right next to him.
Yeah, like an old man and hugging
Or
out
it
with
just says,
Cunha.
"Love me, Dad."
What you do is you
By the way,
take
where
Pot
was-
Awful and then make his face all old with like a filter or something like that, and that's his dad.
It would just be John Lennon.
It's
Ghost
pot,
of-
Oh, that's right.
It's called pot old fool.
Or I could also use Ozzy Osbourne. He's on the phone with Ozzy Osbourne.
That's true.
Love me, Dad. Love me, Pa.
Yes.
All right, before we move on to our main course for the evening,
Wait, when was Father's Day?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you didn't give me anything.
I
Kyle,
didn't
I'm very
even know.
upset.
Fuck my dad. Fuck that piece of shit.
I don't know. Is Father's Day the same day in Brazil? Is there Brazilian Father's Day?
It's Papa Day.
It's in September. It's like a weird fucking date. September 6th. Why? I don't know.
It's in
I didn't
February.
notice it. It's fuck.
Yeah. All right. Let's get on to the next video, guys, because we got a lot of ground to cover tonight.
Yes.
Did something just happen?
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on.
love
hold on.
him.
Pull that
I
out.
love him. His
God damn it. Hold on a second. Somebody sent a dono in through Buy Me a Coffee. I didn't see who it was. Fat Caterpillar for $15.
Whoa.
Thank you very much. It says, I am watching. Fat Cat. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Someone, it feels like someone is trying to
watching.
threaten me. I don't know, but you can threaten me with money all night.
You know what?
I
I finally feel seen. Thank you.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Dude. What the hell?
Hard to keep
They
up with
say they're
screen names.
watching. We're doing a show. If people are watching, they're not stalking us.
No, I never said they were stalking us. I don't know why you insinuate that,
did the
Kyle.
donation come with like a voice changer, like I'm watching?
No, we don't have super tip. I don't know. I don't feel like it feels weird.
What's the deal? What's the problem?
Feels weird to use Milton's system, even though I do like the AI voice thing. That is fun. Imagine if we
Dude.
had Ammon Hillman AI voice.
Dude,
Oh
there's
my
so
god,
many.
people, I'm watching.
Please, dude, stop thinking that
Gotcha.
he's the only one that has this fucking bullshit. There's a gazillion services like that with all you can make your own custom voices.
Yeah, but do
on
they
it.
have QR codes, Kyle? Do they have?
Yes.
Do they have
Yes.
nifty
Yes.
.gg's? Huh?
Please don't look like
Kyle?
a fool thinking this dude,
Kyle?
random dude,
Kyle?
is the only. He was
Kyle?
the only one that has the system, guys.
Kyle?
Everyone in the world uses Mountain
Kyle, I
System
have a cream soda.
TCS AI. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Where's my cream soda? Where's my cream soda, Tim?
You already drank
Where's
yours.
No. You promised me one. Don't. Did you just finish that cream soda?
No.
All right.
I'll just
So you
let
still
this
think
sit.
you live on a globe, right? Where people on the other side of the globe, like let's say in Australia, are
Australia
living
is
life
fake.
like
We all
this.
knew it.
He
We all
literally flipped
knew
his
it.
footage upside down. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's how it happens. People in Australia, they fall.
This is actual footage from Australia, unaltered.
Actual footage.
Oh my god,
what's
what
that
is that?
dude?
3 posts?
What's that?
The Illuminati.
It's the threes
33.
again.
I mean, the Masons.
What's that dude from Chad that's from Australia? Forgot
This
his
guy's-
name. It's fake. CIA. CIA is donating Mossad. The Mossad is donating. Pretending to be
Flipping
Australian.
upside down and walking upside down and running upside down.
No.
No, I think
Dude.
he's making fun of us.
I'm
think-
basically at the same latitude as Australia. How am I sitting
Why are you
on
not
my
upside down,
chair?
Kyle?
Because
Exactly.
he hit the rotate camera option and the zoom menu options.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I have to make a big reveal. I actually use AI CGI to like fit in with. Why are you messing
Here, Kyle, I'm
with
gonna put you the right direction.
No.
There
The
you
truth revealed.
go. There
Yeah.
you are.
No.
Now you're correct.
What?
Thank you. Thank you.
Till he was about to do his own bit.
Yeah, thank you, Till. I didn't thought about that.
What? I can spin you
Not
all
No.
day, Kyle. All day. All day. Oh, don't throw up. Don't throw up on
you
the
just
set.
made it so much funnier.
Don't throw up on the set, please.
Dude, I'm fucking sick. You know, maybe-
Yeah, sick of
gonna be
me.
sick, dude.
I'm fucking holding the
And swimming upside down and boating upside down. You believe this, right? I mean, you would have to if
No.
you think
Yes,
you live
I
on
believe
a
this, yes.
globe.
That's not how logic works. This guy, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
Well, what if no one's actually doing anything upside down? What if you just believe that because you were told that at a very young age?
No one told
What if
us
we live in
that!
something much
Stop
more like
saying we were
this,
told
where
that!
everyone is right side up, and the sun and the moon circle
Yes,
above
Lord
us.
Cameron, this is what they call brain rot. This is the fittest flat earther, and he is by far the dumbest flat earther I've ever seen, and that is saying a lot for a flat earther.
And
oh God,
on top
John,
of
you're
that,
in
to
Canada.
add-
You'd be more upright.
Yeah. And to
What do you
add
mean?
on top of that, so yeah, it didn't work that time. Not gonna work now. Anyway, and on top of all of that, flat Earth is not even his top 10 dumbest conspiracy.
No, it doesn't rank. He thinks there's
Funnily
dragons
enough,
in the ocean, like
flat
not like
Earth
in the
is
ocean. I
like-
mean, like the ocean.
It's his like highest IQ conspiracy that he has.
Yeah.
It only goes down from there, or
He
maybe
also
up.
thinks Elvis and Donald Trump are the same person. He does.
I mean, I believe that one.
And well, there's this ice wall that surrounds all of us and holds in the water that's always flat and level. You know, kind of like what's exactly depicted in actual maps from pre-NASA days. This is a 1944 map that the air school teachers used to actually use to teach their students. And notice the white thing going around them. Yeah, that's actually Antarctica and how it used to be depicted.
Why is he saying that's an? It's clearly a radio map from CBS Radio. Why is he saying it's an airman map?
Because he doesn't understand things, Kyle.
He's just lying. You can.
I don't think he
clearly
is
see-
just lying. I think he's really this dumb.
No. He's dishonest. We've
I
seen
don't
a lot
know.
of his videos.
I'm getting this level of arrogance. Like
think
the
he
kind of
does-
arrogance he's like exuding is the kind of someone that thinks they know what they're talking about but doesn't actually.
I personally think he's on the payroll to like just spread as much garbage as he can. It's his job to like come up with the dumbest shit.
Here,
I
Kyle,
think he's too into it. to be
here's
honest.
my best like example. Maybe you can feel it too. Okay, he gives off the energy of a like 12-year-old trying to explain what sex is to his friends.
What?
Yeah.
Like, you remember when you were like a kid and you're like, oh yeah, I totally know. But like he puts it in her butt. Like, you know, like it's like doesn't understand anything. And
Yeah,
then the
like they're
baby
just
comes out of
lying.
their butt. And you're like,
He
it's not
pisses in their butt.
yeah, and
That's
it's not how any
babies
of that
are made.
works. Like, you're trying. You're in the neighborhood, but you haven't turned down the block yet. So sorry, you're wrong. That's the energy he gives off. Is like a kid explaining something he can't possibly grasp.
By the way,
on these
how is it so hard to understand that you can make a map of a sphere plane without some compromises? What's so hard to understand about Cartesian projection?
Also, how do you not understand that you just like this outer part? See how the latitude and longitude are wider? That means the outer part's actually more narrow than it appears, and so you have to picture that thing wrapped around, and all that comes together at the bottom.
Yeah, and the distance between each step of the
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if you
latitudes
have the
gets
ability to picture
bigger and
things
bigger.
3-dimensionally, you can see how this is a map of a ball.
Yeah. By the way, is the coach examiner mad at someone in the show?
I have no idea.
What happened?
Hello,
What
where's
happened?
Jesus? In my heart, a cold examiner.
Yeah.
NASA maps. And you know the funny thing about Antarctica? It just happens to be the highest elevated land in all the world by more than double. That's Antarctica.
Australia?
Average elevation by continent. That's
Antarctica?
Antarctica.
Yeah, it's talking
More
about
than
Antarctica.
double. So it's saying this kind of acts
That's
like
the
a
ice
bowl
wall.
or a cup. You know, kind of like described in the
Oh.
Bible when it says the earth takes shape like clay under a seal. But Tyler, if the sun were circling us, how would we ever have night and day?
Wait,
Because
that's
here-
like a circle.
Hold on. Where the fuck did that scripture come from? I've never heard that scripture in my fucking life.
Yeah, I don't think they had seals.
No, they only have walruses.
That also could just be a metaphor. Surely there's metaphors in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite joke, like old dad jokes, is like, God said he put faithful women at all 4 corners of the earth, and he made the earth round.
Yeah.
Dick.
It's so easily explainable. The earth turns every 24
That
hours,
was
and
like
half of it's facing the sun and the other
the
half isn't.
dirtiest joke that the people at
Like a
Jill's
church?
had.
Yeah.
Like, this was
Yeah,
for like when
yeah.
the boys, like when the boys were together, like being rowdy.
Oh, Kyle, you
Know
want
what
to
I'm saying?
hear some of
Know
the
what I'm saying?
spicy
The
jokes
boys-
my dad used to tell the congregation? We were at a Pentecostal church, so this was a big taboo. Like, divorce was a big taboo. He used to tell people in the congregation, Stephen's by my first wife. Jonathan's by the wife I have now. They'd be like, oh, you've been married before? He's like, no, it's same woman, same marriage. And they'd be like, oh, Pastor Tillman, you sly devil, you.
That's pretty good.
He used to be a cobbler, like he used to be like a shoe repairman. He'd tell people, I was in the soul business, but now I'm in the soul business. Every time he'd say that, I'd be like, from the size of a small child, I would walk across the room and slap him. In the fucking face. Shut the fuck up, you asshole.
Dad, stop watching Kumya.
Oh no!
that
Until
looks-
Dad comes in with a sermon. All right, I've been watching Kumia. God doesn't like.
They're
Yeah.
animals. That's the Bible said.
One of the most ridiculous sermons he ever did was we went to a there was like this swap meet in Canton that we'd go to like every couple years, and he bought these things called Bubba teeth, and they're like fake rubber like teeth that are like all fucked up and they're missing and they're look like a redneck's teeth. And he put them in and he started doing a sermon with them. about like judging people and stuff, and like he
Damn.
could the words come out like this. Like,
Your dad was a riot.
yeah, my dad was a fucking nut.
Really real, by the way. I'm so glad you asked that question. You see, the sun is local and it's close, and the earth is a pretty big place. And even though you don't realize this because we're told differently, light doesn't travel endlessly. And well, if you still think you live on a globe, then you really don't realize that you live in an enclosed system. There's an enclosure above us, the firmament, in fact. And this is what happens when a light is shined on the firmament. It's also why you can see the sun angling, because it's circling. If it was just going down because the earth was rotating, well, it would go in a straight
not
line. It wouldn't
refraction.
be.
It's not refraction. Well, it's not the mental.
How,
Debunk
like,
the
maybe
flat
we
earth.
should, you know, maybe abortion should be legal up to 50 years. Like, I feel like his mom should have the legal right to be like, we need to put you down, son.
We'll call it the failure to launch build.
Yeah.
I like
Bill.
the best thing that happened over the last years. Like they took those flat earthers to Antarctica and have them film the 24-hour sun.
Yeah.
And like they stopped being flat earthers.
No,
and
that's
the whole community turned against them.
Mm-hmm.
They
well,
keep making the craziest.
Well, that's not what happened. It's they went to Antarctica and then they got body swapped. Those were imposters who came back to sabotage the flat Earth movement.
Reptilian imposters.
Exactly.
I hear you, Johnny.
No, and it
I'm with
was
ya.
a studio like The Mandalorian. It wasn't Antarctica. It was like you
With
know
the volume.
The volume. It was a volume studio like The Mandalorian. Well, it depends on the YouTube channel. Could be a volume, or it's AI,
Mhm.
or it's CGI, or I don't even know. But yeah, there's
You
variations.
know, Kyle, with enough frameless TVs, LED TVs, you could make your own volume. Cole James says, "No, I ain't mad." Oh, okay.
Okay,
I don't know what's-
but she's definitely
Kyle's being
10
all
minutes
like
behind.
sensitive tonight.
I'm not being sensitive.
He's like an open nerve.
And I'm reading. I'm like,
Kyle, are
what
you
happened?
okay?
What did you do?
No,
Are you-
until Kyle
She's
just
so-
noticed
she's
some
so-
weird stuff
she-
going on in chat.
Kyle, are you okay?
She's gonna
Do you need a
listen to
hug?
this.
None of us are gonna give it to you, but
No,
we just need to know if you need
I'm-
one.
I'm medicated. I took a bunch of like ibuprofen.
An ibuprofen? Oh my God,
Something
he's
else
been
more.
compromised by Big Pharma.
You know, it's funny. Like in 10 minutes, she's gonna hear this. she's clearly way behind. Stoned as fuck. Right, Javin? When you see this, click on click to go live. You're behind.
Angling, and it definitely wouldn't be getting
Don't
smaller.
do it, Jeff. I'd say
Here's a great
pause, wait
example
for
of it
longer,
not
just
only
to
getting
spite him.
smaller, but also angling, because it's circling, and
You
the
can
only
skip
reason it
the
appears
ads.
to go down is because of perspective. And when something gets further away in perspective, it goes lower in your field of vision and gets smaller, kind of like we see.
Why is that? Is that because maybe you're on a sphere and the sphere is spinning away from the giant ball of fire?
So
I want to
this
throw
is-
this guy
there's
into
a-
the sun so he can see for himself. See how far.
So
Hey,
there's a-
hey, Tyler, let's find out how far the sun is away. I'm gonna launch you at it. Okay? Is that cool?
Yes. Like
For
that guy
science?
who went on a rocket, that flutter, that was cool. Anyway, you know, this is part of a class of low IQ dumbness, which includes like Tartaria, flat earth, and other things, which I'm not gonna get into. But anyway, is people who don't know the magnitude between like the actual difference between a million and a billion and a trillion. You know what I'm saying? That they don't really understand the the power of whatever the
Yes.
magnitude between them. So this is the one with flat earth. Like they don't understand how big the earth is. Like this is it. If you notice, I don't mean to be offensive, guys. I don't mean to be offensive.
Uh-oh.
But usually, flat earthers are like the dumbest of rednecks. No disrespect to rednecks, some of them, even the flat earthers, I don't mind them. But it's usually like some real dumb flat rednecks who never left the little fucking county or whatever, or maybe fucking couple states that surround them. And they really think that the earth is, not as big as they can conceive the size of the earth. So
Kyle,
they
you
can't
think
put it on their little
rednecks just
brain.
think the Earth is flat and shit? I seen The
Yes,
Martian.
they're
I know
backwoods,
there's
inbred
planets.
retards. That's what I'm saying. They're backwood, inbred retard. That's what I'm saying.
I watched The
If
Theory of
you need
Everything.
me to
I'm
make
up
it
on the
clearer?
science, Kyle. You think we're just inbred? We got streaming services. I seen Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson and Carl Sagan's.
I seen Anthony Cumia. What do you mean I don't have the internet?
Anthony Cumia is fucking white bread. Fuck that guy. He don't go far enough, I say. Yeah, Marcia. We watch Cosmos with Carl Sagan and Cops. Back to back, motherfucker.
And Duck Dynasty.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next planet. I do love the idea of like a guy with like a really thick like southern accent, but he's like really into like space shit. He's like, I used to watch through wormholes with Morgan Freeman's. I didn't care he was black. He would tell me about science stuff.
This example here. And yes, you don't always see that because a lot of times there's thick atmosphere which acts as a lens. But
excuse me, Mr. Brazil, I've seen all the episodes of Star Treks, including the original series.
You wouldn't even know that living in Buenos Aires, capital of Brazil. I know where you live.
But on a low humidity day, it's clear as day. Oh, and the sun actually isn't in here with us. No, it's in.
Stevie J says, I like me some of that black science, man. I tell you what. No, Stevie J be like, I like me some of that colored science, man. I tell you what. He still uses the antiquated terms. Now, he ain't too bad for a colored science fella.
He sure do talk about kissing himself in the mirror a lot.
Yeah.
But I forgive him.
Why he keep flexing like that? And Pluto. You know, I think people give him a bit of a bad rep for downgrading Plutos. But I think he all right. He went against that other color fella that was an Iron Man who thought he knew about space. Like having like a redneck talk shit about Terrence Howard's teriology would be a fucking. This guy think he know how to. The world don't run on the same math he run on. He think 1 times 1 equals 2. What's wrong with this guy?
Next thing is gonna tell me the space is black. I don't believe that. God created the white space. There
Oh,
ain't
that Billy Carson fella. I hate that fella. And not because of the color of his skin. I don't care about the color of your skin. I care about the color of your theory. Oh, no. There goes on the John. He just fucking took off.
No.
Did he break his thing? Because he looked like he froze.
He kept twisting his camera and it like fell off the.
Professor Grass says your
Fell
character
off
is
the-
basically me. Oh, here he goes. Now he's back.
Oh, I'm back.
He fell off the edge of the flat earth.
Yeah, I fell off, dude.
In the firmament, we just see the apparent sun, kind of like when you see a rainbow, and I'll show you evidence of that. Here is my very own backyard during the April 8th eclipse last year, and see, here's the apparent sun, and there's the actual sun in the firmament, and that's the lens flare flying around.
Just see, still, it's the double sun. It's the actual sun.
Sometimes
the
this
black
guy
hole.
says
son.
things that are so
Won't you
stupid.
come?
My brain doesn't know what to do.
It's probably
Oh,
like,
darn it. His stupidity stuns my stupidity sometimes. You-
I was
Oh,
trying to remember
that
his
black
name.
feller said if God were real, he'd be an atheist.
I like this feller, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That means the grass in Spanish.
It's of the grass.
So this is
His
actually
family
much
made
closer
bacon
to our
chicken.
reality than most people realize, because the light we see isn't the source. It's coming from a different source. Kind of like when you shine a light
so we're in a
paperweight.
dome. We're in a dome. We're not flat. We're in a dome.
Oh.
Dumbass.
Idiot.
So it's half a sphere?
Oh wow.
Yeah, you don't see
So
they
it's-
cut the SpaceX. They cut the camera before it like just
Oh my
crashes
God.
on the.
Johnny, you just gave me a brilliant idea. We
You're
should do instead of like to make fun of him, instead of flat earth theory, we're doing hemisphere theory. Where we're only half of a sphere.
Yes.
Oh, there's a they taken that already. There's a 1950s guy who was a communist who believed people should not have sex ever, and his theory was that the Earth was inside out, so we're on the inside of the sphere. It's the inside out Earth.
That's so stupid.
This guy's great. This guy's
Outside
great.
in, or whatever. And
That
we
sounds
should
like
not
some
fucking
fucking
be communists.
Godzilla bullshit.
It's true. That was a feller.
This
Real
is a
feller.
paperweight, and I'm shining my iPhone light at it. The iPhone light in the paperweight, and the sun on the April 8th eclipse. The apparent sun.
He's literally discovered the atmosphere here. Dumbass.
And then the actual source. Funny how the apparent light in the paperweight looks an awful lot like the apparent light.
Why are
that
you
I
so
see in the
tiny,
sky.
John?
No, I'm not claiming to know what that is.
'Cause
That's
you
the
have
real
him
sun, the
next
sun
to-
that God put
That
in
was
the
John?
firmament to light the day. No, I don't know what it is. It's spiritual. God created it. He can do whatever he wants. He literally could have a giant iPhone
Yeah.
pointing down at us.
This guy is
That's
so fucking
it.
retarded.
That's it. He
Yes,
proved
this-
it. What?
The sun is an iPhone light.
It's a
We live on a
giant ass
dome.
iPhone.
A giant iPhone.
It's so
Yes.
far away we can't see the phone, but we can see the light, and it's shining on our beautiful dome world. Thank you, God.
I saw the light. It was an iPhone 11. I saw the light. And it also had 3 lenses.
I'm not saying that's what it is, but I don't know. But it
No,
sure makes me
I-
feel good.
I-
It sure
I
makes
believe it.
things grow and it makes things happy. So I think there's something more to it than just a light. But I mean, you know, I'm just kidding, right? I know I live right there and I'm spinning 1,000 miles per hour right now and hurling towards the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. And there are
They
definitely people.
understand that with how ginormous, humongous, beyond our comprehension, our little brains, the Earth really, how big the Earth really is. 10,000 miles an hour means like, I think I heard that's the number. It's like 0.16 millimeters, like at one point on the Earth. You know what I'm saying? They keep every dumbass flat earther is like, hey, it's
Yo, what
spinning
up, Timon?
10,000 miles. It's spinning 10,000 miles an hour. They think there's like a fucking no, dude. It's 10,000 miles every hour. The Earth spins 10,000 miles, but the
There we
Earth is
go.
millions of miles. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so small, so little that you can even.
Yeah, this guy doesn't
Anyway.
understand basic relativity. Relative being the
Just
key word.
numbers. It's 10,000 miles. Sure. how distant is it, what's the distance between fucking America and China? Know what I'm saying?
A million miles. I don't fucking know. Fuck
There you
China.
go. If it's a million miles, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's
if you're
very
saying
little.
I don't know if this is the right number, but if it does spin 10,000 miles every hour, then like wouldn't it be 240,000 miles? It's in 24 hours to get back to its original.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's not a soccer ball spinning at 10,000 miles an hour, because that would be like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But they
it's
don't understand
yeah, they
their
don't
little
understand that
brain.
10,000 or however fast it is spinning per hour. That's literally 1/24th of its rotation. Like he doesn't get that. That's how slow it's going.
What's the circumference of the Earth?
He just replies
24.
Your mom.
No, you were right. 24.9 thousand miles.
So it's 1,000 miles an hour, roughly. Whatever the change left over is. All right, I'm done with this guy. Fuck this guy.
Don't ask me hard questions.
It's time for us to get to our main course, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's right. We do have a main course tonight. And it is coming from...
No, wait.
What?
It's
What?
24... It's 24,900,000 miles. If I got it right. Yeah, that'll make sense.
I'm just going to ask Rock.
Yeah, you would.
I'm trying to think about the right question to ask. Like,
This is our conference.
Find a Neil deGrasse Tyson video.
24,000 miles. Yeah, the equator. Yeah, so it spins about like 1.2k or 1.15k an hour.
no, I know. Yeah, I was just. That's the question that I can't think of. Like, which is like, at a point right now under my feet, how much is that moving? So that's like 0.0 something. You know.
Okay. Yeah, let's just
Which
sit
is
here
like
and let
very
Kyle
little.
math.
It's not like I'm sitting here like, whoo, 10,000 miles an hour. That's the point I was. But I forgot what's the question you asked for that.
Well, I don't really have a question. I just want to move on to our main segment because we got about 45 minutes left in the show, Kyle. The solution to your equation is that Tyler from Phoenix Flat Earther is a moron. That's the that's the solution to the equation.
The flat Earth guy, he's a moron.
Yep. All right, so this is Philippe Charrier. He is a forensic anthropologist, and he does like autopsy.
He's a French anthropologist.
Yes,
Sure,
he
it's
is
not
French.
Ew.
He is French, and some of his credits, he does forensic anthropology autopsies on corpses for the French government. I think he said he's done 2,500 of those.
He's really French. I was just joking.
Yeah, he's examined the teeth of Adolf Hitler in Russia. He has been examining the poop of Louis the 14th. Yeah, they
saved his poop.
Well, they went into Louis the 14th's poop chamber and started digging out all his poop. And then
it was all just there. All
yeah.
right.
He wants to examine the Shroud of Turin. That'd be kind of cool. And he's also examined Lucy and Pablo Picasso. And
Was
he
Lucy
said
the cave woman?
The little chimp
do you
girl.
know that
He says she was eaten by an alligator. That's how she died.
I know
Oh
that
no.
Picasso was like a 1950s, 60s figure, right? It's not like
Mm-hmm.
you know that, right?
Yeah, he's pretty recent. He was like him. He was getting lead poisoning shortly.
Is
before
there
he
any
died.
mystery?
I think they just wanted to. I think his family just wanted to know what exactly killed
Just
him.
wanted to touch his penis.
Yeah. And then he's also examined the mummified heart of Louis the 14th. And he's examined the skeleton of Mary Magdalene, where the woman supposedly.
Go extra doubt. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they have her
And they're
head.
like, yep, we found Jesus' penis skin in her vagina.
So okay, look at this. Look at this.
Be much more precise.
See this thing right here? That's supposedly Mary Magdalene's fucking skull.
I guess.
I mean, according to the
there are
yeah.
relics recognized by the church, and then there are relics.
I think this is one that is
something.
recognized by the church. From what I think he said. I don't know. We're not gonna watch the whole segment because we're not really here for that. We're here for that he has done a peer review on Ammon Hillman's book, The Chemical Muse.
All right, let's get you. Can't
Well,
wait.
did you want to hear about the poop? Did you hear about poop?
Okay, I'm here
Let's
for
hear.
it.
Want to hear some about poop, and then we'll get to the Ammon shit.
What was in the poop?
Peanuts mainly. Corn.
He was one of us.
Well, you don't need a degree to like look at it and see the corn. Know what they say?
No.
They come
He
in.
says they're looking for like what kind of pathogens and stuff were in their like foods, like kind of parasites, stuff like that. Just
Why
listen.
were you studying the poop of that? Who was he again?
The King Louis XIV, the builder of
Louis
Versailles.
XIV.
Yes, Louis XIV.
And
yes.
you were studying. I think I.
Wow, his accent is exactly like yours, Kyle.
Louis the 14th. What the fuck, dude? That guy.
Secretly French all along, busted.
Literally, if you gotta remember one French king, that's Louis the 14th, right?
Sure.
John would know. He's like
Do
French.
you have to
Canadian,
remember
right?
French kings?
Hey John,
no.
don't you guys celebrate Louis the 14th Day in French Canada?
No, I don't know. Do we? I try not to think about the French.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone does.
You better.
One day we were messaging each other, and you said you were in his bathroom.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So what were you guys looking for?
You have to imagine something like this room, but fulfilled
Full
with
of shit.
poop. Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's
Filled with sheet.
Full of
80
poo-poo?
centimeters,
You know,
eight,
the
just the
poopy.
poop of the king.
Wow.
Yes, and this is really interesting because
I
you
am
can.
a, how you say, pervert.
I like to take Louis XV's poop and I like to rub it on my face and I rub it on my genitals. It's very coarse because it's hundreds of years old. It's like sand
I've
against my wiener.
touched the skull of a woman because I am also use
Iliac?
Yes, we.
No, he calls the bodies he examines, he calls them his patients. He's like some people have like religious things they do, like some examiners will open windows to let the spirits out. You know, some of them will like pray over him or whatever. He's like I just like to stand in front of him and
Get
I
My
address
pants off. Get it?
He's like I just address the patient.
Undress them.
And he's like, and I try
Okay.
to give them respect, even if they're hundreds of years old. Like I'm trying to respect the person who was
Yeah,
there, because like he's like, in this equation, I am just the living one and they're the dead one. It could have been the opposite. He's a
Oh,
very
do you think we
weird
could
like
maybe
French
curl
guy.
the fingers here for a second.
He kind of looks
I
like,
like to give them respect. I teabag them. We
teabag.
call it a teabag. Teabaguette.
he just did it to the enemy of the French. Like he found like some fucking like German guy that like the French fought, teabagged him.
investigate all the alimentation process, all the disease, also the parasites, for example, the exposure to toxics on elements such as mercury, lead, arsenic.
That's the people, that's the citizens of Paris, the parasites.
The parasites, yeah.
Did he die?
Yep, that's what they call it.
1715.
So there was a big room of poop under his toilet?
Yes.
Because they had no plumbing. So it was like a royal porta potty.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
So you have all the history, the intimate history of the king. This is really interesting. This I love, you see. Latrines, it's one of my best part of the job. I remember having excavated some latrines in an isolated
I like to rub it.
I love how he says latrines, latrines.
Yeah, latrines.
So all of this is showing me is that you really want to watch the Marquis.
No.
Yeah, this is
Kyle,
the Marquis. The
get
Marquis
the bootleg.
is this for 2
Get
hours.
the bootleg, Kyle.
Yeah,
It'll go on the
dude.
wheel. If you get the bootleg, it'll go on the wheel.
You want to see the Marquis it's during Louis XIV. It's like the end of his reign. He's the king in the movie.
But does the focus on his poop?
It'll get mentioned, I'm sure.
No spoilers.
You gotta find me. You gotta send me a bootleg, Kyle. You gotta send me a bootleg. There was no official DVD release, so it's gotta be a bootleg.
You guys realize that Till got into this whole gimmick of physical copies just so he wouldn't have to watch the Marquis?
Not at all.
It's the reason.
I'm telling you, we can. You just gotta send me Kyle. You can even make the bootleg yourself.
I gotta find a fucking copy of the shit here in Brazil.
You can even make the
Subtitle
bootleg
it,
yourself and just send it to me.
You piece of shit. What?
Just burn one. Burn one.
You like
burn
the
off the
whole-
sleeve. Put it in a case.
Under Louis XIV's bedroom. You're full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. It would go in the wheel.
In Greece, which is Delos, the island of Delos.
Delos?
Delos, yes.
Okay.
It's next to Mykonos, if you know the island.
Okay.
It's an isolated island in the Aegean Sea. It's in Mediterranean Sea. And here there was poop from the 2nd century AD. Okay, but a cascade of poop. It was one of my dreams.
It's just a cascade.
Man, the French are fucked up. The French are so fucked up. A cascade of poop was one of his dreams.
A cascade of
what they say.
caca.
And them Europeans are done, they go down with, like feasting, scatting, golden shower, all crazy shit. Have you never heard about French porn? They go crazy there.
That's fucking nuts.
And what did you find in that poop?
In poop, you find a lot of things in ancient poop. Not speaking
Minimum erection.
about Versailles.
Ancient poop.
Yes, ancient poop. Yes, paleo poop, if you want.
That's a great keyword. Ancient poop.
Ancient poop. In Versailles, I can't tell you yet because the study did not begin. We are just collecting samples. But for example, in ancient poop from Greco-Roman antiquity, we can find some parts of alimentation, and we can find also fragments of sponge. Do you know why we find sponge? Sponge, yes.
In poop.
Sponge. You guys know this? This is how ancient people used to wipe their ass.
Yeah, they would probably throw the sponge down the...
No, Kyle, it was worse. They had a bucket with like salt water in it usually.
No.
And the sponge was on a stick.
I
and
don't
they
know
would
if
just
I believe that.
No, that's legit. They would take that sponge and they would just wipe their ass. Why would they need a plunger? They didn't have plumbing.
Yes,
This had paths of shit rolling away.
Sponge stick that people wipe their asses. But
Hold
what
on.
I'm saying is that
Hold on, I got a phone
throw,
call. God damn it. Hold on.
They'll probably throw the sponge down the
In poop,
I
yes.
have no idea.
When you go to the toilets now, you use something like a stick, to clean the bathroom, to clean the toilets.
Yes.
But at this period, such stick were used not for cleaning the toilets.
For wiping their butts.
Exactly. So you can find some fragments, and you have to imagine that they were put in a bowl at the feet of all the people, and then all the parasites were going from, sorry to be rude, from one ass to another ass, etc., etc.
Right.
So that's why. And we can find also another thing in latrines. You see the holes where the people were gathering, and people were speaking one next to the other. If we had done such an interview, but 2 millennia before, we would have done in the latrines, okay? Totally naked, you, and well, not totally, but half part of the body, and like we were peeing or pooping, and you will have asked me some questions, and I will have answered this way, okay? But in such latrines, we can find also some...
Kyle, how's your day going?
It's pretty well.
That's good. I'm glad you. Oh, I'm glad you said you had a
What
good
I
day,
miss?
buddy.
Why are you guys talking about shitting?
He's saying people would interview each other while shitting.
Oh yeah, while talking, they would just like chat.
Quick, Till, hold my hand real quick.
No, I'm not doing that. Don't look at me.
You're a terrible friend, Till.
I don't know why you guys are having so many problems.
Damn, guys, that one was a whew. God damn it, that was a sweater. Jones is all like,
God.
It's just diarrhea.
Another fucking catastrophe at work. I'm like, I can't save you this time. I don't know what the fuck to do. All right, let's skip ahead to the part we're actually here for.
what did it? Okay.
What?
And small. We heard 5 minutes of the fucking thing, Louis XIV. So
that was just some of his background, Kyle.
Oh my god! I popped my ear. What happened?
Credentials.
No, that happened to me too, where it was coming through one ear and then the other. It was...
Oh well, I thought it was cutting out because the noise suppression or whatever thing. I turned on original audio.
You sound like, if I were looking at you this way, you sound like you're over there and back a bit.
Did you press something?
In my headphones.
You're only coming on one side now.
What? Okay, so how about now?
Okay, both sides.
Now it's both ears. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yay. Anyways.
So I want to ask you, so we talked about this briefly. You were the only academic person to do a peer-reviewed, Bryn Mawr peer review on the Chemical Muse book by Ammon Hillman. First of all, how did you come across this, and how did you get chosen to do the peer review? I don't know how this process works.
I was watching the Lady of Babylon channel on YouTube.
Somebody sent me a video of his, and I said, "What is this fucking moron saying?"
I had
the
to.
Ministry of Dude with Dr. Tille.
I am disgusting. He is disgusting. The great pervert magnet has drawn us together.
He is into children. I am into poop. We do not coexist. We do not go together.
He can have all the poop he wants, bro. Skip away from
I made some peer review for Bryn Mawr
and the children's book.
University, which is a kind
of
research center, and also
it's like the
newspaper.
It is like the holy grail of classical scholarship, peer review on classics. Classics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
dude, wait, just a
second.
That was a missed opportunity for a question from Danny. It's like, what is the holy grail of poop?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's the most interesting question.
Jesus
like,
poop,
if you could write Jesus poop, like if you had to find a poop, the poop, what would be?
Hitler's
what
poop.
it would be? Hitler's poop.
Like some peer review when the book is between paleopathology, which is my specialty, forensics, and antiquity or other periods. So I found the title very interesting and the topic also. So I wanted to read it first and then to make a very objective analysis of the book.
Yes. So
And I can say
my understanding.
the poop was not purple.
I was very disappointed that the book
brown.
did not focus more on poop.
The
but
poop.
anyways, I analyzed it.
The poop was brown, wasn't purple.
He just keeps going back to how he wishes there was poop involved in the book. And how it would have been better if poop was mentioned more.
There was no poop analysis, so therefore it's not good science. No poop analysis.
That's very anthropological.
Understanding of what a classical philologist is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it's someone who studies the ancient texts, the ancient Greek specifically, because I believe there's way more Greek than any other language. And they try to use all of the sources that are, all the sources they can to corroborate what specific words mean based on that time period.
Exactly.
So words can have
Which is
semantic
not
drift.
what
So if you're
Hillman
looking
does.
at one word that was used in 100 AD, it might have a very different meaning 500 BC.
And at the same period, the same word may have different meaning between two different authors. This is also a specialty of antique.
It's literally called a homonym. It exists in all languages.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand why they keep just omitting the idea of homonyms.
Period.
Between multiple authors.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And there's also different types of authors, right? You have people who are writing medical texts. You have people who are doing philosophy, poetry,
theater, exactly.
comedy.
So it's really dangerous.
Yes.
It's dangerous because the meaning is different and the conclusion may be different too. So this is why you need to make a very precise scholarship analysis and studies before writing such a book. The book was not bad anyway, not bad at all. But my opinion was that maybe it was a
So
little
I
bit...
saw this guy was a janitor. He might have studied the poop of the students, but he didn't.
Going too far. Going too far. Yes, going too far. And it was also missing a very important part, which was paleotoxicology. I mean, analysis of ancient bone sample, of what was inside antique vases, for example. All this part, which is present already in many studies, paleotoxicological studies, etc. It was not included into this book, and this was for me.
The book was so.
Let me translate for people who don't speak French. Basically, what he said is like the book is it's a good book. It's a fun, entertaining book. He's like, but it's missing one important ingredient: evidence. It has no fucking evidence. All it has is his interpretations of text, but he has no paleontological evidence, no anthropological evidence. He has no concrete evidence to back his claims whatsoever. He's not used poop once to back his claims. He's just, see, he actually had a good point.
You don't know.
Ammon should have had more poop in his book.
The Vatican took the Greek poop. Ew.
I mean,
where's the Greek poop?
Join it. We need more Greek poop in our book.
The Greek poop.
Revised poop edition.
All the Greek poop is under the Vatican. Is in the Vatican library. They're hiding the poop. The purple poop.
What is the word I'm trying to think of right now? The premise of the book. His background is specifically in reading texts. He doesn't. It's not a multidisciplinary book. That's what what I was trying to get across.
Yes.
It's barely
a limitation of the book.
Right.
And the second is that the author, which is absolutely respectable, had his own previous ID before doing the book.
What?
He used all.
Oh, he's saying, dude, he just said Ammon went into this with an obvious agenda before writing the book.
He had an idea and he used the evidence to fit it. But what I'm getting more than whatever the French guy is saying, which we already knew,
Well, Kyle,
Is
it's
that-
not that we
sorry.
already knew it. This guy is a
No,
world-renowned
I get
expert.
it. It's cool. It's cool. I'm listening. But like, what I'm also getting is that it's something that I said before, and I was kind of doubted. Danny bought Ammon's shit.
He's in. He's in the fucking cult. Confirmed.
He believes that shit. He's trying to defend it. He's trying to like, Mr. Ammon.
You're definitely right. He keeps bringing them up. It's like that Ammon stuff is crazy. It's fascinating.
Busted him. Danny's in the cult. Confirmed.
His booty boy.
I don't get why he's so
I think it's
obsessed
good.
with pushing this.
I think it's good because Danny is this shit would be like on the corners of YouTube forever. Danny is accelerating the destruction of those people because the more they get seen, the closer it is to all come crumbling down. Because it's all insanity and just
Earth
all the other
alchemy.
stuff.
Holistic says, did these
So
two
you're
white
an
guys just
Ammon
look alike?
accelerationist. I gotcha.
There was
I'm down with that.
only one way of thinking. Everyone was using drugs in past period. This is what is said.
He said drugs were ubiquitous in antiquity.
Yes, exactly. And sincerely,
not true.
It needs to be strength a little bit more because we've got so much skeletons, we've got so much ceramics. So he had the opportunity of proving his theory using paleopathology, paleotoxicology, and please do it. Please do it.
Yeah,
because it's a very interesting.
Well, if he did that, Felipe, I don't know how to speak French. Flippy. If he did that, Flippy, it would just prove his whole theory. Because he just said, I've never seen any indication of that in my examinations of people from those areas in those times.
Yeah.
He's like, but if they had that shit happening,
Give me crazy.
The toxicology. Give me the fucking hard evidence that this shit was happening. You can't. You have fucking hearsay, your fucking bullshit you read between the lines, the way you fucking misinterpret shit on purpose, and you just, it's always so easy how you just cut out just a little bit, just see the little bit of the word, and then we just see everything around it. This guy's being very nice and very professional about calling Ammon full of shit.
And he's like being very
French about
well,
it.
professional. You could say like he's sticking it straight to like not giving his opinion and like scientifically what if could have done. Anyway, let me just address a couple of things in the chat. So Marcel clearly is not understanding. We were joking about the dude saying they need the poop, but that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that there's thousands and thousands of vases and plates and stuff from the Greeks. And if what Ammon is saying is that they were all doing drugs, it should be pretty easy to prove that there were drugs on all those vases because they can say that there was wine, that there was rice, grain, whatever. They can say those things. Should be pretty easy to show the pottery in which they use those drugs. And there's so much stuff, like thousands and thousands of fucking artifacts and shit and all of that. But anyway, and the other thing is Earth Alchemy was saying that Danny might not believe it. I disagree with that because Danny's channel is way bigger than Ammon. He never needed the engagement from the Ammonites. He never needed that. If anything, it's a fucking what's the word I'm trying to say? If anything, it's a liability to have all those crazy retards showing up on his channel.
I absolutely agree, Kyle.
And his audience is much
totally
much
here the
bigger
whole time.
than Ammon's. To like what does Ammon pulls on live stream? A K, 2K people. Whatever.
Ammon, he pulls like
it's
700.
700. Like Danny doesn't need the numbers from Ammon. He really bought
No,
that shit.
I think
He really bought it.
I think he's obsessed with the controversy of it. I don't know if he's like fully bought into the cult, although he has like this weird hungry look in his eyes when he talks about it.
Exactly. He's very much convinced that Ammon's into something. That's what I'm saying. Not saying he's on Ammon's Discord dressing with a fucking blonde wig saying Hail Satan.
I'm saying that Danny has
He's highly
absolutely done that.
convinced.
You've heard it here first, folks. Danny
That'll
has
be-
done the cross-dressing humiliation ritual privately.
That'll be amazing.
I have good sources.
That'll be great.
That's my gut. My gut's a good source. Or I'm just hungry. I think I might be hungry.
Theory, but you may prove it from a pure independent.
Everybody's making good points
way.
tonight.
So this was really something which was missing for me.
So my understanding of it is he wrote his PhD dissertation on drugs in antiquity, and the panel that was reviewing his dissertation said, we will approve your PhD as long as you remove the chapter on recreational drugs. So he removed that chapter because they said that the Romans wouldn't do such a thing. The Romans, they would never engage in recreational drug use. So he decided to take that chapter after he received his PhD and basically turn it into that book.
What is it saying? Danny, you're so
Kyle,
stupid.
this is what's called
You're this stupid.
evangelizing.
You just believe everything Ammon says.
Well, it's the
last time
Rogan
was
thing.
Him regurgitating. What'd you say, Rogan? Rogan
Yeah, it's
doesn't
just
do
like
that,
this.
unless he really believes in something. Like he usually just like he agrees with every guest that shows up in a way,
Yeah,
just like to
that's
keep
what
the
I'm saying.
conversation going. But no, Danny proactively evangelizes Ammon.
It's weird.
That's what I'm
Although
trying. Like
Rogan kind of did that with
what was it like-
Teriology for like a short time there until Terrence Howard got his
Yeah,
ass
he does it
slapped.
with people he likes, like Elon.
Yeah.
But like, so
it's weird
back to
that
the point, like,
Danny
last time
focuses
it was-
on Ammon.
No, he evangelizes the shit that Ammon tells him. So last time we watched, it was like him giving the Ammon recount of how his career was fucked with the school stuff
Yeah.
and all that. It was him repeating Ammon's version, and now there's like, how dumb can you be, Danny, to think that his PhD panel said no, the Romans never did any drugs. They would never do any drugs. No, they probably said, no, it wasn't every fucking single Roman that was fucking kids and doing drugs, you fucking retard. That was exclusive to, that was mostly done by the elites and the rulers and the senators or whatever at their, in their, you know. Dude, you don't even need to get conspiratorial. If you just read the description of the fucking rituals of Mars and or whatever that, which were like every year in Roman culture, the main generals and the priests would go to a cave and do this and that, and there's whatever they would do, gay elite stuff. But it was a very tiny amount of the Roman elite. Nobody denies that. It's in every fucking textbook. So for him to say like the PhD panel was like, no Roman would ever do. It's probably because Ammon's book was like, all the Romans were doing it, and with kids, and it was widespread, and was hidden by the Vatican. He bought into the ideas.
I don't know.
Not the cult.
I
per
think he
se.
just likes the controversy a little bit.
I don't know.
He
It's
may
just-
buy him by the end of it though, Kyle. Like I think he's
would he?
definitely closer now than he was like last year.
But still, doesn't make sense that he's for the controversy.
It does if you're a fucking clout whore.
No.
Because controversy
No, but-
breeds views, which
Dude,
he thinks.
Look at
breeds
what
clout.
we're watching. He's in the middle. He's like it's just a small part of a whole interesting interview, which is not gonna be the viral thing. This is pretty much his interest showing right here. Like the controversy was him bringing Ammon once, bringing him twice with the candles and the priest and all of that. Fine, but he keeps trying to spread the word of Ammon like randomly in the middle of fucking 3-hour podcasts with interesting people. Where he most of the time spoken about other stuff.
I think it's
You
because
think
it's
this
the
is him
most,
doing
it's
controversy?
like the most widespread thing he's ever really done was having Ammon on. That's the thing that everyone talks about. No one talks about any other guests he's ever had on. Like, they just talk about that weird fucking crackhead that thinks that Jesus was a pedo.
I see that, and someone made that argument before, like that before Ammon, nobody knew what Danny is. I
don't think it was that. I think it was just nobody cared.
Wait.
Like, everybody knew who he was, just no one
No.
cared.
No, we didn't care. Certain parts of the internet didn't care.
Yeah.
And they started caring once Ammon was saying that Jesus was a pedophile.
He's just like
That's a
Julian
specific
Dory's
part
older
of the
brother.
internet. But you gotta understand, it is they're friends or whatever.
I know, but I'm
Maybe
saying,
brother,
like,
whatever.
in YouTube terms, this is just Julian Dory's older brother.
No, what I'm trying to say is that we on the edgy on this side of the internet didn't knew about him because it wouldn't be interesting to us in any other way, but he has a whole normie, skater, dopey, weed head.
Yeah, he's like if Tony
normie.
Hawk did documentaries.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a whole real big audience that knows and cares just because there's such normies and retards that we don't know about that. That's what you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ammon brought attention from, okay, I'm going to make it very simplified, from the Christian right-wing side of the thing. There we go. Made it easier because it's not exactly that, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just like normies, weed heads, skaters, travel people. They were all into him.
I wonder if Ammon is live EFAP in this too.
Book. And that book was like based on that chapter.
How much have you made on?
Oh god damn it! Fucking.
For whatever
YouTube.
reason, he felt slighted by the academic institution. That the fact that, like, why would you try to take this out of there just because you have an idea that they wouldn't do such a thing?
He hasn't streamed in 6 days, huh? Where'd you go,
He's
Ammon?
He's off again. He's doing
He
something.
hasn't streamed since the last time we made fun of him, Kyle.
Maybe.
I can't get out of bed. They just roasted me so hard.
Another win for the till.
Maybe they doing construction on that library's parking lot.
Probably. He was supposed to stream Friday, but he didn't. Uh-oh.
He tried to stream, but like those like trucks in the back were like beeps.
Get something other than a Chromebook, for the love of Christ.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe that the Greeks and the Romans would not do such a thing as engage in recreational drug use?
That's a stupid question.
What a dumb question. What a dumb question. You're a very dumb guy, Danny. You're a very dumb guy.
His answer is pretty much like just about the same as today. Like on average. Probably even less.
Use of drugs like alcohol or anything else during the past period. But I'm not a historian and I'm not, but I do believe that drugs were used in past period on opium, for example, on other kinds of drugs. And we can see it with very good examples in that book. For example, in sanctuaries, like the Pitti in Delphus or the Sibylus in Cuma in Italy now. So I think drugs were present. Yes, drugs were really present.
But do you believe it's possible that they were used recreationally, not just medicinally?
Maybe partially, yes, from a pure conventional point of view, practical point of view, I don't have any argument against it. But I would really like to have scientific proof of it. And we've got so many skeletons. you will tell me, okay, skeletons in bones, you cannot find everything. Remember, you've got dental calculus, okay? And you've got sometimes fragments of blood inside the skull, which has been conserved. In that blood, you can find many organic material, etc. So it's really possible
Oh God,
to
the
find.
French accent is so grating to the ears. Basically, he's saying like, I'm not opposed to the idea of recreational drug use. He's like, it's a common idea. He's like, but to prove your specific kind, you need fucking anthropological and toxicological like evidence.
Yeah.
Like, just claiming shit without no evidence is just bullshit. It's like you're just a fucking grifter.
Like the framing on Danny's head is just dumb, you know. Like, yes, people been doing people been seeking pleasure on the leisure time.
Exactly,
forever.
Marcel. You gotta study the poop.
Yeah, I do think Danny is steel manning Ammon, because Ammon is like, Jesus, drug addicted pedophile. And Danny presents it to the Frenchman as, do you think the Romans did drugs?
Mm-hmm.
As there was plagues almost on average, like every 50 years, I think it was.
I don't know if it was true plague or epidemics. But you
epidemics or plagues,
yes, but you had many often epidemics, then war, then lack of alimentation, and you had many crises. We prefer to speak about crisis, okay? Alimentary, demographic crisis, problem of alimentation, of food supplementation, etc. Yes, this was really common in the ancient period, but not only in antiquity, also in medieval period or modern period too. We were speaking about Louis XIV. There were a lot of crises during his reign.
Crisis is what
crises.
I thought at first he was saying crazies. I was like, that's true.
No.
There's a lot of crazies.
It's because the I, it's E.
I becomes
in every other
for
language.
E.
And then when
except
Kyle
C.
said it, I also thought he said crisis.
Yep.
So it was kind of
also.
Only if I said it in the most gay way possible. He said there were a bunch of crises.
Crisis.
Right, crazy.
You see, crisis. That comes from the ancient Greek word for Christing. It means to have an event in your eyeballs. I had an event in my eyeballs last night. It's gorgeous.
You know what I know for sure? That Ammon's computer can't run Crisis.
No, or Crisis 2.
No
we
way.
were speaking about the use of drugs.
I don't think it could run Solitaire.
I remember working in Venezia, Italy, and
in Venice.
In Venice,
Okay.
yes, Venice.
That's Venice.
I studied some pipes from Venice.
Thank you, Kyle.
At this period, people
Pipes? Smoking pipes.
Smoking pipes, yes, smoking pipes. And
Well, that
people
wasn't
were
even a pronunciation problem.
It was more just like a grammatical problem.
No,
tobacco.
it's just Danny being dumb. No, Danny.
Well, he
he's
didn't
talking
give any
about
kind of
plumbing pipes because they had plumbing pipes in.
Well, he was talking about poop earlier. That would
have
be that's where my brain went to first. Was like plumbing. Like he
didn't
could
have pipes.
saying
It was
smoking
like-
pipes beforehand would have definitely helped.
At most, it would be like holes in the ground or like kind of hole-shaped things with bricks and rocks. They don't have
Yeah.
pipes.
You got pipes. Hey.
Okay, your mom got
with
piped by me
cannabis.
last night.
Oh, really?
Yes, but not for recreative purposes normally.
All right, I wanna. He's gonna say they're smoking
John, you've been
cannabis.
frozen for a long time until the internet shit in itself.
It's
Also.
not me. It's his.
It is you because when your Zoom gets small with other people, it's that you not receiving enough.
My Zoom gets small. Mine Zoom's getting small.
Yeah, I see it on the stream.
No, his is getting
Oh,
small.
I get small here in this box.
No, you don't get
I
small.
saw my-
It's
here,
it's
right
it's
here.
like
I saw
doing
myself
the
getting small here.
no. It's doing the effect for John before it switches to you. It's like a pre-switch. Like you can know when it's about to switch when you suddenly shrink and it goes to John, and then he's like shrunken
Frozen.
down.
But
Yeah.
anyway, John, your camera's frozen. Just reset it.
Oh,
No,
thank you.
it's just moving at
Okay.
like 3 frames a minute.
Yeah. My upload
Stylus.
speed keeps dropping.
10,000 miles an hour, but
Yeah.
but his head is the size of the earth.
We don't have time to watch it all, but there's a chapter called Jesus' Cause of Death During Crucifixion, and he talks about how he studied crucifixion victims and how all of them asphyxiate basically from having their arms up too long or whatever. And he said that's exactly how it's described in the scripture. He's like, the scripture describes it perfectly. And fucking Danny just wants to keep trying going like, but like, what if like, and he's like, no, it's, he obviously died from being crucified. Like we have hundreds of people that we've examined over the years that have been crucified.
It's not because the arms are up. It's because they don't have they're usually like completely beaten up. The legs are broken, and they can't.
Well, like when
It's
your
not because the
arms are
arms-
up all the way like that, you can't like
It's not because
expand your
arms are
lungs
up.
all the
It's
way.
because you don't have because they usually when the feet would tie it, you know that you know how the Christian imagery has that little footstool that Jesus is. That would, if that happened with Jesus, that would have been like an exception for Jesus, but it's most likely historically not. That's like a medieval edition, that little footstool. Because they usually, so you have no, like your whole body is pressuring on your fucking
it's
lungs
compression.
and your thing, and you have no compressor, and you have no, what I'm trying to say, you don't have a foot holding to like prop yourself to breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't have a point of like support. Yeah. Anyway.
Good job, Kyle.
Good job, Kyle.
Good job,
We're
Kyle.
rooting for you.
Good job.
And I still, see?
No, that's your internet
Anyway.
now. You
No,
your
it's
voice
me,
is-
Kyle. Oh.
I'm high on pills. I can barely find my word, and I still made the show funny.
Great job, Kyle. Great job.
Good job.
Great job, Kyle.
Well done.
Give it up for Kyle.
See, we're all small. Still's internet.
I'm in
There goes
stop
my
motion.
internet.
I'm in
YouTube
stop
went-
motion. Look at me go.
See, it says
Look at me
on the
go.
John network bandwidth is
I'm walking.
low. It says my bandwidth is low. It says on the John's is low.
Okay.
They're cutting my
That looked
upload
like you were-
speed for some reason.
Johnny,
I
that looked like you were
agree
vigorously
now.
jerking off, but you're right.
No, two dudes.
Well, guys, thanks so
Two
much for
ladies.
watching. I guess the expert didn't really wasn't too impressed with Ammon's work. Turns out Ammon has no evidence to back anything that he claims. Who would have ever guessed that?
No
Crazy.
shit.
All right, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Have a wonderful evening. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Tell your friends. We'll be back. We'll see you.